What's good, YouTube land? So, Power of the Primes finally hit Canadian Walmarts, and hopefully Toys R Us's, but I have yet to check. And I picked up today's subject, Dreadwind, who is a deluxe, if that wasn't obvious enough already. So, got the figure, obviously, got his alt mood. It is Power of the Primes, which is appropriate because his G1 toy was a Power Master. Okay. Nice artwork there. They're finally not having their heads removed. On the side, you got the combiner form of Starscream in this line. On the bottom, you got nothing. On the side, I don't know how well you can see it, but I believe these are symbols for the 13 primes, even though they're, I think, only 12. Yeah, I believe they're only 12 here, but I think these are symbols for the primes, which is really cool. Got a bio, thankfully not about the head. It describes his personality pretty well, or at least what he does. He's a misery guts, if I recall correctly. And just showing gimmicks and the 3 Prime Masters from Wave 1. I don't know if I'll pick any of them up. But yep. That's it for the box. So, let's get him open and take a look. So, here he is in his jet mode. Which I will just take off. I'll just strip him a little. Get the bare bones here. And if this jet mode looks familiar, that's because he's a remold of Skydive from the Aerial Bots. Heavy remold, but still his skeleton is an Aerial Bot. Just kind of unfortunate, but when you look at Dreadwind, this looks very G1, so I'll give it a pass. So coloration wise, we got some off-white that could almost be gray, probably light gray. Nice vibrant blue on the wings with silver striping. Giant purple Decepticon insignias. A bit dark gray here. Some Cadbury's purple for the back end. And little smidgens of red and some more dark gray on the slightly rubbery nose cone. So, its coloring seems fairly accurate. I'm not sure about the placement, but the colors are all there, I guess. Again, not a big G1 guy. You got blue for the cockpit. Quite a bit of molded in detail. I don't know how well you can see that. Also got some pegs up top. For Titan Masters, just Titan Masters. So I'll grab Hardhead's Titan Master, just so you can see that there. I like how these bits kind of look like cannons. Like you can imagine, at least I can imagine that they're cannons. So yeah. Alright, that's enough fun. You've also got multiple weapon ports. Got one up there. These are compatible. They're 5mm. You got ones on each side of his arm, so you could plug in his little blue pistol right like that. And you've also got one under each wing. And spoiler alert, those are his arms. You can do that. Or you can do that. Which all look dumb. Really. Look really, really dumb. Can also have him like that, I guess. So, yeah. His wings have a hinge up and down. These back purple ones have a hinge as well. And these gray ones are soft plastic, so they're a bit flexible. They do have some nice silver detailing on them, though. And a bit of plastic for some reason that I have to peel off. There we go. And underneath, basically, you can see his robot mode. He's too embarrassed to look at you. He's like, "No, I'm a plane now! Stop looking down here!" So, what else we have in the box is we have the collector's card with the Micronus green edge and Micronus Dreadwind. I think what they've done is something really cool. I think they've randomized the Prime Master on every single card, so it's hard to find two Dreadwings to have the same card, at least for this part. Power links to share his immunity to pain. Alright then. Yeah, because in G1, Dreadwind combined with his mate Darkwing to become Dreadwing, and I'm not sure if you can do that with these toys, because I haven't paid that much attention to Power of the Primes, but if I eventually get Darkwing who has become Blackwing, I will probably show that off. We also get this pistol, which is just like a neon blue version of his G1 gun, I guess. And we have the Prime Armor, which can also, spoiler alert, be a hand. That's what it looks like with two thumbs. And unfortunately, well, I don't know if this is unfortunate, but it cannot become a foot. That's the thing. The feet, I believe, come with the Voyager class toys. So you can only make them an arm when you get them out of the box. And this piece, this neon blue piece, also it pops out and can be held like a little flat plate or apparently a gun. So let's put it back in. Instructions, who cares? We'll get him into his modes because he is a combiner leg. We'll just limb. We'll just get him into leg mode. So to do that, you just flip down the combiner peg, make sure that connects there, and that is the basis of what a leg mode looks like. Unfortunately, I can't compare him to Skydive because Skydive is busy being a superior leg. But there you go. You get a ratcheted knee joint for forwards and backwards, and a ratcheted rotation. That's basically all until you get a foot. So, should we go into arm mode, I guess? Yeah, we'll go into arm mode. To do that, you just extend down the legs. I think this is, yeah, let's just say this is it. Fold down this piece. It pegs in somewhere, or it just sits there. Oh, it pegs in right in there. But shouldn't it? It feels like it should sit at a better angle. Oh well. Do the same thing on the other side. And approximate where you want to put the arms. Or just pop it right off. Way you go, me. I'll leave him right there. And I believe that is a bulky ass arm. Like he's got freaking, he's got brass knuckles on or something. Spiked wrist gauntlet thing. But let's go straight into robot mode because we're basically almost there. Split the legs, stand him up, flip out his head, rotate his arms back up into a proper position. They will peg into right there. There's a port. Like that. Make sure you hear a solid click, or just a thump. And there you have one Dreadwind in robot mode. You know, as much as people, probably myself included, like to complain about, well, I'm gonna say I didn't complain on video, but the like the massive amount of repaints in Combiner Wars, I think this guy comes out relatively smelling like roses. He has some new molding, like the head, the fact that the wings move from his back to his shins. That's really cool. I haven't seen them do that before. The chest bit, this part here is remolded. They've probably done some remolding up here, like the shoulders. And looking at him, that might be it. I might have to take a closer look at Skydive for comparison on my own. But let's take a look at the head. Very nice purple helmet with even the bit of fringe coming down the back, with white antenna and the white mouth, or faceplate, I guess, and very nice bright yellow eyes that probably could have done with a second go of paint, but oh well. It kind of looks like he's trying to do the people's eyebrow, but failing. And now he's just, aww. He's sad, he's looking into himself. Everything else you can see pretty well. The same base gray is now on his thighs. Nothing really else has been exposed other than those thighs. Color layout doesn't seem too bad. It's kind of broken up, but not in a bad way. Like you got blue, gray, purple, kind of on the arms, and the same thing on the waist going down to the legs. I don't know why his forearms and his shins are the only things that are purple other than his head. Is that his skin and arm? I don't want to say skin tone because he's not human, but you know what I mean. Like the blue and the gray look like his clothes, kind of. Let's get him up. Backpack wise, he's got the standard nose cone backpack with all his wings down on his shins. That he's not going anywhere. He is not falling backwards at all. Those wings are solid and sturdy. So for articulation wise, shoulders have a joint right there, and they also have that joint if you want to use it for whatever. Just to, you can go full 360. You can go in and out all the way, which is good. You can do a full T-pose. Can he stand on one leg? No, not really. Oh well. He does get a bicep swivel, which is not hindered by the chunky shoulder at all. That's good. As you saw earlier, you could pop his elbow off, but he does have faux ratcheted elbows. I like that noise. Just for 90 degrees. And nothing at the wrist. He's have the classic combiner limb offset waist swivel. Hips are on ball joints. Complete forward. That much side to side. Oh, no, you can go that far. And fold backwards. You do get a thigh swivel. Not really much in the... Oh, well, I better actually fix his leg so we can properly get use out of that knee joint. Wow, I can't believe... I'm not surprised I screwed up like that, but let's adjust this. Yeah. Whoops. Had him poorly mistransformed. I didn't even notice. Yeah, this connection is not very solid, fortunately, but he can do a full 90-degree knee bend. And with this spiked knee pad, you can get some good tiger knee going. Rip that right out of the Evangelist playbook. And nothing else. His feet don't move, although they are molded at a slight A stance. Or a slight angle, so you can get a proper A stance, I guess you could say. That's pretty much it, although... What more do you really need other than, say, a wrist and maybe an ankle joint? But for a mainline deluxe, who the main Transformers line has been hindered for many years due to poor budget, this has become a acceptable standard of posability. It's not great, it's not perfect, but it does what it needs to do. And that is be a robot that can also become a limb. But now we can give him his pistol. Maybe not in that hand. There you go. He's got his pistol. And we have to talk about this thing, which does actually form a bit of armor. Reminiscent of G1 detailing from his Power Master, High Tech. So if I just take his gun out for now, and flip down this flap. Ooh, I said flaps! And you saw the peg earlier. Peg it right in there, I think, because this piece doesn't want to move farther. There we go. It's got a bit of a ridge right there, so it feels a bit awkward and like I'm going to break it if I want to move it further. And then just hold his head while you attach his armor. And there you go. And that sticks out way too far and it just looks like Dreadwind is pregnant. And you can take this off, put it in his hand, and you can also, let's do this, you can put this way, a headmaster in there because there's a little tab right there. But it looks even stupider. And his elbow comes off. Great. Have I permanently broken this elbow? Hopefully not, but the plastic's just a bit too big, evidently. You might have to do something about that. Can I do it on the other arm? Yeah, never mind. I can do it on both arms. Alright. It's just a thing you have to deal with. But yeah, that looks really stupid, but what it's meant for is more specifically a Power Master. And I guess in this case it would be Micronus. But yeah, it's a thing you can do. And this is the only time you'll ever see it on this toy ever again. Get that out of the way. Yeah. So, that is everything about Power of the Prime's Dreadwind. A very nice deluxe, hampered by an unfortunate combining gimmick. But he's able to make, I think he's able to make up for it. Like, I never plan to put him in a combiner, so he has that up on the aerial bots, I guess. And being a classic character, I guess. I'm not sure where he's appeared, but I guess he has appeared in the cartoon and comics. Oh, I wanted to mention also, if on the back of the card you can see that same symbol with the I'm just counting in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power of the Prime Masters. Although I thought it was the 13 primes for some reason. With the matrix in the middle. That is a cool bit of imagery right there. So that's again everything about Dreadwind. I'll just keep showing off the weapon ports. He can Megatron it up. And unlike Megatron or even Galvatron in Titan's Return, he can actually look where he's aiming and look semi-natural aiming. That's enough of a win just on its own. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, keep it weird.